ऑलराइट बच्चों, तो अब क्वेश्चन 3 अटेम्प्ट कर लेते हैं। तो इस क्वेश्चन 3 में क्या बोला गया है, फाइंड आउट वेदर द पेयर ऑफ लीनियर इक्वेशंस आर कंसिस्टेंट और नॉट विद द रेशियो कंपैरिजन मेथड। राइट, तो हमने रेशियो कंपैरिजन मेथड हमें पता है, वी नीड टू फाइंड आउट द रेशियोज ऑफ A1 A2 B1 B2 and C1 C2, and based on that we know the formulas. If A1 upon A2 is not equals to B1 upon B2, then it would be consistent, right? In case A1 upon A2 equals B1 upon B2, then it won't be not consistent. Okay, this is very simple for us because we do not need to find if these equations gonna be coincidental or parallel. We just need to find out if these gonna be consistent or not consistent, right? So there is a slight modification in the approach. We just find out these two ratios and we'll write our answers. Okay, so A1 upon A2. So A1 is 3, right? And A2 is 2. So A1 ratio A2 would be 3 upon 2. And B1 by B2. So B1 is 2. And B2 is minus 3, right? So it is minus 2 upon 3. So you can see clearly from here, A1 upon A2 is not equals to B1 upon B2. That means these pair of linear equations would be consistent. And when we say would be consistent, इसका मतलब होगा कि इनका जब हम इन्हें ग्राफ पर ड्रॉ करेंगे इन लाइंस को, they will definitely intersect at one point, right? So there will be one solution. अब हम अपना सेकेंड क्वेश्चन इसका पार्ट 2 देख लेते हैं। तो पार्ट 2 में भी हमें सेम A1 बाय A2 कैलकुलेट करना है। तो A1 इज़ 2, A2 इज़ 4 and which is 1 upon 2. Now we'll calculate B1 upon B2. So B1 is minus 3, we take the whole number, and B2 is minus 6. So we can cancel minus with minus, and this is 1 upon 2. So we do not need to find out C1 upon C2 because in the question they are only asking if it is consistent or not consistent. Even if it is coincidental or parallel, these are not going to be consistent, right? So here we can see A1 upon A2 equals B1 upon B2. So these two linear equations are not consistent. Okay, now let's look at the third problem. So in the third question, these are not actually straightforward. So what you can do, you can actually go with the LCM method first. So if you take the LCM of these two numbers, and even before that, what you can do, you can write it like 3 upon 2x plus 5 upon 3y. And if you take it on the left side, number 7, then it will become minus 7 equals 0, right? And if you take the LCM, minus 7 can be written as 7 upon 1. So the LCM would be 6, 3 2 just 6. And if we solve it, 2 3 just 6, 3 3 just 9x plus 3 2 just 6, 5 2 just 10y minus 1 6 just 6. So 7 6 just 42 equals 0. So this equation can be written as, let me just put it down here. This equation can be further written as 9x plus 10y minus 42. And you know, cross multiplication method, 6 multiply 0 and 1 multiply in this whole equation would still be the same equation, and this will be 0, right? And we know our second equation is 9x minus 10y. We'll just take 14 on the left side, minus 14 equals 0. So we have now these two equations. First is this, we simplified this equation, and this is the second equation. So if we calculate A1 upon A2, so A1 from this first equation is 9. A2 would be definitely from second equation, which is 9, which is 1. And now B1 by B2. So B1 is 10, right? And B2 is minus 10, which is minus 1. So you can see A1 by A2 is not equals to b1 by b2, right? So if this is the situation, so what that means? That means these pair of linear equations will be consistent. Okay, now let's look at the fourth. So in the fourth question, you can see these two equations are given. So we'll just simplify these. We'll take 11 on the left side, minus 11 equals 0. And this is minus 10x plus 6y. And when this minus 22 goes to left side, it will become plus 22 equals 0. Now, if we say a1 upon a2, so a1 by a2, a1 is 5 and a2 is minus 10, right? Which will be minus 1 upon 2. And if we say b1 upon b2, so b1 is this minus 3 and b2 is 6. Mean this is first equation and this is second equation. So when we say b2, it will be 6. So this will become minus 1 upon 2. So now you can see a1 by a2 is equals to a b1 upon b2. That means these two equations are not consistent, right? Now let's attempt the fifth question. So the same approach, we'll take the LCM. So for LCM, what we can do, we can simplify this equation plus 2y, and 2y can be written as 2 upon 1y. And when you take this number 8 on the left side, it will become minus 8 equals 0, and minus 8 can be written as 1. And when you take LCM of this, it will be 3, because 3, 1, 1, LCM is 3. 3, 1 ja 3, 4x plus 1, 3 ja 3, 6y, 2, 3 ja 6, and minus 1, 3 ja 3, 8, 3 ja 24 equals 0. Same cross multiplication method. So this equation will become 4x plus 6y minus 24 equals 0. So this is your first equation. And your second equation is this, right? This is your second equation. Let me write it again. 2x plus 3y. And 12 go on the left side. It will become minus 12 equals to 0. And then if we calculate a1 by a2, so a1 is 4 and a2 is 2, because a1, this equation can be compared with a1x plus b1y plus c1, right, equals 0. We have read it many times. So it will be 2 upon 1. And if we say b1 by b2, so b1 is 6, b2 is 3. So it will become 2 by 1. And now we can see a1, a2 equals to b1 upon b2. So these two equations are not going to be consistent, not consistent. So this is all about your question number 3. Now let's attempt question number